DIY or Die, Walker Vapor Group LLC, or any of its associates do not condone nor encourage the use of nicotine, vapor products, or any mood altering substances without the explicit consent of a physician. The content viewable on this channel is strictly for entertainment purposes only and not meant to be seen as informational or educational. Must be 21 years or older to view these materials.
Silky Pete. Hello, mixers. Welcome back to another episode of the MIXINVIXENS. My name is Emily, also known as Mill Nikon. Let's say hello to our other vixens. We've got Lumi down below. Hi, Lumi. Hello, hello.
Why'd you have to start for me? I was clearly up to mischievous things. Hello.
That's why I started with you, because you were up to mischievous.
It made you turn around.
And then over here we've got Jen, the Juice Fairy. Hi, Jen.
How are you guys doing?
Hello, hello. And we've got Rin. Hi, Rin.
Hi.
Hey. How was everyone's weekend?
Mine was busy. I was
Yeah?
busy. Yeah. My empty nest, my daughter left last weekend to go to college, and she came back this weekend because she forgot some stuff and because her dorm's too small, so it's bring it back the stuff she doesn't want. But she's in a beach town, right? And she forgot beach towels and beach chairs and beach umbrellas. So she was like, there's nothing to do in this town. We have COVID and we can't have parties and stuff. The only thing we can do is go to the beach. I need all my beach stuff. So she came back and got all her beach stuff and brought back all her jackets. She's like, I'll come back when it gets cold.
Sounds like a real fucking struggle living in a beach town.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
It is. Yeah, it's tough living in a beach town. You know, tourists and stuff.
Well, North Carolina is still, very, it's open, but it's very restricted. So the students, two of our universities have already gone to all online learning, which really sucks. And I'm really afraid that her town will too, but I think it's town by town. And the two colleges that closed down are both in big cities, big party cities. And her school's not a big party school because it's so spread out and it's by the beach. Right? And the students don't have parties on campus. They go to the beach to have parties. So they might get away with it. We'll see.
She's in Wilmington, right?
Yeah.
That's a good school. Cool. Well, guys, so as you can have read from the title and stuff, it's a chit-chat show. But we're doing something a little bit different. Instead of just talking the whole show, we decided to take one of our mixes, any of our previous mixes, and redo them. So, sorry about the noise, guys. So that's what we did. And what did you guys think of that idea? Did you guys like doing that?
I did like it because I have one particular mix that needed remixing.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to do it all the time, but I'm happy to redo that freaking lemon donut that I made.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's fun to do once in a while. It's not that it's not something I want to do all the time either. But it was kind of fun revisiting all my old mixes and seeing what could be different from them all. The one I picked was not necessarily my top choice, but I think it was like the worst one that could benefit the most from being changed. So we'll see. Anyway, who'd like to go first?
I can go.
All right.
So it's a little bit better. It's still not ideal. I did find my Chemnovatic donut though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I was pretty sure I had it because I was on the donuts episode for Noted, and I remember talking about it, but I couldn't find it. And then come to realize, of course, it was not where it should be, and all of my donuts were just together in this one location. So I found it. So I used that since Dimlin said it was a cake donut. I don't know that I get cake per se, like a cake donut, but it definitely is different. So I used 0.5% of that. For the other part of the donut, I stuck with the glazed donut from Wonder Flavors at 0.5%. And then for the frosting, I added vanilla cream by Vape Train at 0.5% to add to the topping. And then for the cereal portion, I went with Berry Crunch cereal by TFA at 0.75 and Fruit Circles at 0.25.
Okay. What'd you do for the cereal before again?
I used a combination of Fruit Circles and Fruit Mix by Flavor Art.
Okay.
And
That's
then,
an interesting idea, using the Berry Crunch cereal from TFA with it.
yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of berries in Fruity Pebbles.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I haven't had them in years. I haven't had them since they added more fruits to it, I guess. Like it has blue and green and crap like that. Like originally it was cherry, orange, and lemon.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Cool.
It's all right. It's nothing I would go out of my way to vape. But
do you like it better than the first version?
yeah, because I had my dad try the last version that I made public, and then a revision I did, and he didn't even know what it was. The one with I tried Delosi, because Delosi has a Fruity Pebbles flavor that I happen to have. I don't know how I missed that when I originally did it, but turns out the flavor's crap anyway, so it didn't really help. But he was getting soap from it. I'm guessing just, I don't know if I used it too high. It was only 2%, and it was recommended at like double that. So I don't know. It's not the easiest thing for me to do, apparently. Because I made a Pebbles recipe a long time ago, and I honestly don't know if I made it or it was like somebody else's, but I did one like a long time ago, and it's good, but there's like 7 different flavors just for like the Pebbles, like a Fruity Pebbles cereal.
Yeah.
And I didn't even have all the flavors for that. So.
Yeah, that's a little much then when you need to also add on the frosting and the donut and, you know.
I ain't trying to fairy find nothing.
That's right.
So yeah, I don't know. It's harder than I thought it was going to be. I'll put it that way.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. That I need to get my hands on that Chemomatic donut, I think. Looks good.
I don't know. I'm like not horribly in love with it. Like it's not bad. I remember giving it a good review when we did our donuts. But I think it's just because most donut flavors are so trash.
Yeah.
Like I was rewatching the Noted episode and it was so funny. Everyone hated the Flavora one. To the point where Emily's like, okay, I get it. Like the Flavora one's terrible. Can we talk about something else?
Yeah. You guys could have spent the whole show talking about Flavora donut.
Well, I was traumatized because I mixed it at 1%.
Oh, God,
you're supposed to
yeah.
do like a quarter.
It's awful.
It was awful.
Yeah, it's nasty. All right, well, I'll go next. I actually remixed my tobacco. I wanted it less bitey and more sweet, and because last time I completely omitted the honey part. And I know, before you guys come at me, don't come at me. I know honeycomb doesn't taste like honey. I'm not trying to add honey. I'm just trying to add some sweetness. But I left the percentage of Soho and bourbon aged cream the same at 2 and 4. And I just did 0.75% of Vape Train honey for some mellow, smooth sweetness. And I've had people try this that like tobacco and say it's pretty good. So, I mean, there's that.
What was your original one?
It was 2% H cream, 4% Soho, and I think a 0.5% of Vape Train bourbon. And so I just took out the Vape Train bourbon because I wanted to be less like bitey and boozy and less bourbony. And then I added 0.75% of the honeycomb, so it's smoother and sweeter.
And I'm one of the ones that tasted it with her remix, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. And Jen likes tobacco, so that's got to tell you something, right?
Yep. So who's next?
Weird.
I've got my remix, but I haven't sent it to James, so I'll send it to James right now. I've been messing with my stupid phone for the last couple of minutes trying to get mine up here from PLR over to all the flavors so that he can
I'll go so you can keep fucking around.
I'm almost ready to send it to him, so I'll be ready after you because I've got something to talk about that's right near Emily's discussion.
All right, so for mine, I redid my cereal donut.
Yeah, let's talk. This is the whole reason we did this episode, was so Lumi could redo hers. So let's talk about this.
Nick actually really liked the first one. He said it reminded him of a commercial e-liquid, and he liked mine better than the commercial e-liquid, of course. This commercial sucks. But I still wasn't happy with it. So I ended up taking out the cereal altogether, and I replaced it with lemon by Flavor Express.
Oh.
And I upped my blueberry a little bit. I added vanilla custard cheesecake, and way better.
Yeah.
Way better. I'm loving
nice.
it.
That's interesting how you didn't use any cereal. You just stuck with like the fruits that you think Fruity Pebbles taste like.
Yeah, normally Fruity Pebbles is more like of a citrusy note, and I get that note from Lemon Express if you use certain percentages. So I was like, I'm going for it.
Yeah, Effie Lemon is a very cereal lemon type flavor.
It has like a nice like Dunkin' Donuts old fashioned vibe to it with like a lemony, almost like a lemony cereal note, but it almost tastes like it's hard to describe it. Like
kind of like like an old fashioned or like a sour. I guess they call them like sour cream donuts here.
Yeah, it's like an old fashioned donut with like a lemony cereal frosting, and the blueberry is like almost non-existent.
Oh, really?
So I have a feeling if I went back there and told, because Mr. Loomy already stole this, it's already long gone. If I went back there and I told him blueberry was in it, I don't think he would have noticed.
Yeah. Cool. And you're happier with this version? You like this one better?
Yes. I should have just stuck with my gut instinct instead of fucking around trying something crazy.
Yeah.
And how long is the steep on this one?
I made it last night.
You made it last night. I wonder how it'll stay through time. You're pretty familiar with those flavors you use, though, right?
Kind of. The huckleberry is a new flavor. Lemon by Flavor Express. I noticed last night just from vaping it, the lemon was super forward. The donut was still hidden, but just in the time that it's had to steep overnight, the donut's pushing forward to come out like an old-fashioned donut. So that's a huge plus already. But lemon by Flavor Express actually is something that's starting to hurt my throat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you could probably like hear like the slight rasp. I can't vape it too much. I'm gonna have to clean out the RDA after this. Kind of
That's interesting. It happens to me with lemons as well, so I understand.
A little bitch throat.
I've got one of those sometimes too. Is our chat alive?
Yeah, it's
people?
just real slow today.
Is it?
Yeah. So
Got
did you submit yours to James finally?
Yeah. I sent it to him. He's got it.
All right.
All right. Are we ready, James? We ready for me to do this? He's got it. All right. Ooh, you guys hear that echo? Okay, so let me pull it up. I remixed my tobacco as well. And I remixed my tobacco because Emily remixed her tobacco. So when she used honeycomb in hers, I was like, this shit is delicious. And I hadn't used honeycomb mixed with tobaccos before. So I decided to take away the original honey that I had in there. I took away the smoky tobacco that was in there. I felt like it was way too smoked the original way. So what I've got now is a very simplified version of what I started off with. It still has all the same flavors, except I changed the honey and the honeycomb, and I took away one of the tobaccos that was way too forward and made it too dry for me. So the way I did it this time was with the H bourbon cream. I still use that from Wonder Flavors at 0.5. Probably could have gone a little further up, but instead of that, I use oh God, I left something out of this recipe. I'll update it. Kentucky bourbon is also in here at 0.75 to mix it. And I used to have Flavora in there. So the Kentucky bourbon is 0.75 on it. And that gave it more of a sweetness. So now this tobacco turned into more of a sweet tobacco note. In addition to that, the Kentucky bourbon from TFA has a little bit of a honey hint to it, added honey in it. I use Desert Ship at 0.75 for the nutty notes, and for the tobacco leafy notes, I used the same thing. I left the Max Blend the same, and those are the darker leafy tobacco notes, and it's got some hints of chocolate in there, so that was really good. And then the Vape Train Honeycomb, I added that at 0.25, took away the other honey, and it's just a sweet bakery-ish, but it's still very true to tobacco. And it's delicious. And this was Emily's fault because she had me taste her other one with honeycomb in it. And I was like, oh, that's what I want in mine. So
nice.
That's how I ended up with this one.
This week was actually really freaking challenging now that I think about it. Because I'm pretty sure my tobacco one sucked. But I wouldn't have the balls to go back and redo it because I don't like tobaccos. So I wouldn't even know how to do that.
Yeah, it was, I like a dirty tobacco, but as that one sat, and most people that vape tobaccos vape them through time. So you usually don't shake and vape it and get rid of it real quick. It's something that's going to sit there. So most tobaccos are going to steep. Even if you are able to vape it the next day, so it grew too much. It got too dry, too smoky, too deep tobacco. So, I mean, if you really like those deep, dark tobacco notes and you like your drier tobacco and you like it ashy, the first one's good. But if you want a sweeter tobacco, you still want a present tobacco note, but you want it to be sweeter and kind of a little bit more desserty and more honey-like and, with a little bit more umph and fire behind it. The second version is much better for that. It'll appeal to a lot more people than the first one. The first one will be for a tobacco lover. The second one will be for people who vape tobacco once in a while.
I don't even know what happened to my tobacco recipe. It's just gone into the abyss.
So that's it. And we're blowing through these, aren't we?
We sure are. That's all right. We can just chit chat the rest of the time.
Yeah.
It is our chit chat show. Anyone have any questions for us? Or have any mixes that they've remixed?
Yeah, anything of our stuff that they've remixed would be good to hear if anybody has made any of our stuff. But I'm not sure if they're doing it. I think they're just waiting for the guys to get in here and talk junk about our recipes. I think that's what they do on Chit Chat Day. They're just like, let's go through this so that then next week we can watch any fireworks. But lately they've been so nice to us.
Yeah, they know that that Emily really hates awkward moments of silence too, so they're just not going to put any questions in there and make her squirm. We should just change the title to Make Emily Squirm.
Yeah, make it this week. It's going to be make Rin squirm.
Okay, no.
Oh yeah.
No. Let's not do that.
Do a few other things.
So to answer to your question, James, yes, Phil is coming next week.
He sure is.
Addie asked what Noted is doing next week. If it's all right with you guys, I will talk a little bit about it. We're doing cheesecakes
How was
tomorrow.
that for tasting?
Yeah, there's a lot of cheesecake flavors. Like so many cheesecakes.
You haven't done that before?
Oh yeah, we've done it before.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like maybe 2 years ago last time we did cheesecakes. So there's a few new ones out that we're gonna talk about. So there's at least 25 flavors.
25.
There might be more.
Well, I look forward to that because I do like cheesecakes and I have them, most of them, but I tend to stick to the ones I know and like. So after watching Noted, I'll usually go, okay, well, let me go try that.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm like, okay, I'm glad I haven't tried that.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's kind of what we hope to do, is be a resource to people. So
yeah. Rin, did you remix?
Yeah. I went first.
You went first. Shit. See, that's me being on the damn phone doing my stuff. I didn't listen to yours. Sorry, I suck. I did hear Emily's and I heard Lumi's. I just didn't hear yours.
Okay, so Natalie has a question. She says, what are you looking forward to vaping in the fall? Me, I'm all about the cinnamon. Like, I'm all about like the apple filling and like the cinnamon sugar, like the bakeries and cookies, like the warm stuff,
Yeah,
I want to eat a lot of Purulum country apple.
Yeah, I'm so ass backwards. I've been vaping custard all summer, and now I'm doing lemons, but I'm looking for a candied lemon. I'll tell you what it was. I bought this Limoncillo LaCroix, and it's got such a unique flavor in it that I was like, holy crap, I want to vape that.
Why does everybody keep freaking drinking those? It makes me want one.
I mean, this one has such a unique flavor to it. It's like a vanilla. There's a vanilla note, and I don't know if it's vanilla. I need somebody else to buy it and tell me what flavor it is that's in that. And they only sell it at Target.
Ask Fresh and Adam. They both drink that stuff all the time.
Okay, I will. Because I feel like it's a vanilla, but I don't feel like it's a vanilla at the same time. But it's not a coconut. I'm like, what is that? And I want to make that. So now I'm on the hunt for that sweet, juicy, candy-like lemon that's mild, not super citrusy, with some cream note. And I don't know, it might just be whipped cream.
Maybe. Because that would give you a little bit of vanilla, but not like overpowering.
Yeah. So that's why I'm in vanillas right now. Usually my drinks tell me what I'm going to be vaping.
All right, Ren, how about you? What are you looking forward to vaping this fall?
I don't really vape seasonally. Like, I've been vaping peppermint for months. That's usually like a winter kind of thing.
Yeah.
But if you're going like traditional, just like flavors in general, outside of vaping, along the same lines, cinnamon. I'm not a pumpkin spice. I can't stand it.
I like pumpkin spice flavored things, but in vaping, you just can't really do it that well.
You can now. VSO made a pumpkin.
Oh, that's right.
Boom. Best pumpkin out there. Like, hands down, way better than Hankson's pumpkin. Sorry, Hankson pumpkin.
I mean, Hankson is just the only pumpkin. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean it's good. It's just the only one that even gets close.
For the longest time, it was just the only.
So I need to try VSO. If I don't try anything else, I need to try that.
Hankson pumpkin's foul.
I bet VSO with maybe a little bit of Favora pumpkin spice. That would be good.
That's the best thing about that pumpkin so far, is that it doesn't have a bunch of spice notes in it, so you can add your own spice. Just a the whole like pumpkin puree part of pumpkin.
I think in the winter I tend to go towards the eggnog and the egg
Gingerbread.
the egg tarts and stuff like that. That's usually what I gravitate towards instead of pumpkin spice. And another thing I like a little bit is ginger cookie and ginger snaps. You know,
Yeah.
so I might not like cinnamon, but I do like other fallish spicy things, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of gingerbread stuff. I think I like adding just a touch of gingerbread and like custards and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
might do something like that. It's
I
just
wonder if we
don't know,
have
just-
any pictures like that coming up.
Yeah, we'll have to take. We'll have to have come on, people. Post some warm like fall winterish type.
Yeah, so we
pictures
can pick
that
them for the right
can
season
pick 'em.
and not have them there for too late down the road.
I also need to put out a special request. You guys stop putting so many citrus. Like, I don't mind doing citrus every once in a while, but please stop doing citrus shit. It's ruining my throat,
All
my
right,
mouth.
I'm fine with that. Addie had a question. He wants to know what is our favorite combos for cheesecake.
It depends on what I'm making. If I'm making a straight up cheesecake, I'm going to use Flavor West. I'm going to use Capella New York cheesecake or Yes We cheesecake with a dab of Flavor West cheesecake in there.
I've been liking I've been taking what's his name's Trinity, which is Cap New York cheesecake, Yes We cheesecake, and cheesecake graham
Put in-
crust. Only instead of using Cap New York cheesecake, I use Purilla New York cheesecake.
I really need to
Me-
order that shit. I thought about it the other day, but Purillum's shipping cost has gone through the roof recently, so I didn't want to pay that much for shipping.
Oh yeah, it's good to me. It's got like the notes that Cap has that you really like, without the notes that Cap has that I don't like. So it's not as like sour or like tangy
Footsie.
as Capella.
Well, I'm adding more foot when I add the Flavor West, so I kind of like the cheese funk.
Yeah, I'm not a foot fan. But if there's any berry like or red fruit at all in my cheesecake, I'm adding Wonder Flavor strawberry cheesecake because that shit's delicious.
Really?
Yeah, that's a good cheesecake. Like I could make
I got that. I just haven't
by
mixed it.
itself.
I have to watch your show tomorrow night for sure.
Yep. Yeah, do it.
I mean, I watch it every Monday. I don't watch. I mean, Tuesday mornings when I'm at work. But I think I doubt it. I was gonna lie and say I'm gonna try to stay up. It won't work.
Don't lie. You don't have
I was
to.
gonna lie and say it, but I mean, I know better. I'll be asleep. I'm like a pumpkin. But I lay down in bed, listen to you guys, and you guys rock me to sleep every Monday night.
Rin,
my
what,
lullaby.
What cheesecake combo do you like to use?
I stick kind of traditional, full cap with the TFA. If I don't mind coconut, the Purellum toasted cheesecake is nice.
I've heard that's a good one.
I've
but
got
I just
that
never
one.
picked it up because coconut.
Yeah, it's definitely in there. And the Wonder Flavor strawberry cheesecake is good, but unfortunately, because I can't taste strawberry, it kind of gives me a weird thing ever since I've had my issues. But the one time I did try it when I wasn't broken, it was awesome.
When you weren't broken.
Yeah.
So at least you have that as a reference.
Yeah.
So it was awesome at one point.
Yeah. I'm getting to the point where I can smell off notes now, which I didn't even know was a thing. Like I could smell a bottle and smell an off note. I'm like, am I going crazy? And
no, you're just getting more sensitive because at the end of the day, we sniff so much stuff that all of a sudden when we detect a specific chemical or a specific compound, it's like tasting something. Once you've tasted it, you can't untaste it. And that's what's happening. You sniff so many bottles and you get so many new things in all the time that you pick up certain things. And once you've sniffed it, you're done. That's it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I do not like having mix for long enough to not be able to mix.
It's just weird that it's only been like the last year. Everything up. I mean, I mix probably less now than I used to. I used to mix for fun. I don't even do that anymore because, like, what am I going to taste that's off today? So it's like, it's very fun.
Yeah, sometimes I get on kicks. I'm on a kick right now, a mixing kick. And I don't know why. I have no idea what brought it on. And maybe it's just because my daughter's not here and she's off at college. But all of a sudden I've got all my flavors out and I've got all kinds of stuff in front of me right now. And when the show is over, I'll pull out some bottles. I'll probably go eat dinner and then come back in my mixing. I mean, this is my hobby now for sure. I have dogs and a husband. You know, he's been making fun of me all week. He started when we got home from dropping her off. He said, "It's just you and me, kid." And then after about 3 days, you know, and he, you know, they call it, I leave my breadcrumbs everywhere. So if I grab a cup of something to drink and I set it down, and then I don't remember if that's the one I was drinking or if he was drinking, I just go grab another one, right? And he's like, "I always thought it was the kids. You're the messy kid." So he's been calling me, "What's up, messy kid?" the rest of the week.
That's funny.
My mom used to call me Little Miss Piggy because I liked leaving things out and scattered because I knew where things were. So she used to always call me Little Miss Piggy because my toys would never be in the little storage bin that they were supposed to be in. They would always be scattered in a line somewhere.
Yeah, my mom used to be fascinated about how fast I could clean my room. She was always like, "My God, she did a good job. This room is spotless," until she opened my closet and everything fell on her one time. I was that kid. I was like, "Ugh, close that closet. Can I go outside?" You couldn't go outside till your room was clean, so. Oh. Let's see. Any other questions in chat? Addie Tooney put a mouse and a piggy out there.
Well, I have a shake and vape cheesecake that I always use.
What's that?
It's my new favorite. I actually stumbled across it because I was trying to look for something that was similar to Alfred puddings, but I didn't want the steep time and I didn't want the footsie note. So I used Cheesecake Graham Cracker Crust by TPA at 1%. This was before outrageous percentages. / I was making this recipe for somebody else that was starting DIYing, so no weird percentages. It makes me cringe a little bit. Lemon meringue pie Capella at 0.2%. Vanilla pudding Flavora 0.5%. Yes Sweet Cheesecake in Awera 1.5.
It sounds like a good cheesecake base.
That sounds pretty good.
Chicken vape.
And I want to say thank you to Brent H. He told me to try lemon rounds. So I don't have a lot of one-on-ones, and I'm buying them only as people recommend them. So I'll add that to my list. I should have probably waited till after the show to place my order with Bull City that I already ordered tonight. But maybe I'll give them a call in the morning and see if they can throw that in there.
Yeah, I bought that one for Wayne's punch recipe.
Is it good? Is it like a candy lemon, like lemon heads?
I mean, it's nothing extraordinary. It's not bad though.
Was it candy though?
Yeah.
Was it citrusy, too overly citrusy, or was it nice and smooth?
I went up. I wound it up, changing it back to my original one because I preferred that one, which is just the Flavor Express lemon. But that was like my go-to lemon for like everything. But it's not bad. It's not like Lysol.
Well, you know, I have the sensitivities to lemons and the citric note, the acidic citric note. So I've got to find a particular lemon. So far, the lemon that I can use that doesn't give me that is Capella's key lime lemon meringue pie, but then it doesn't have enough lemon in it.
Yeah.
So I'm so screwed with it. So I don't know what to do.
Have you tried a little bit of Vape Train sour lemon?
Yes, and guess what? It's sour.
Screw lemon.
It is sour. It's very bright.
Yeah, I'm not looking for bright. I just need to
You don't
push
want
that
any
lemon
brightness.
just far enough that I can taste it over the creams, but not far enough that it'll hurt
What
me.
about Jungle Flavors Juicy Lemon?
I might have that, and that might have been one of the ones that I pulled out to play with earlier.
That and FE Lemon are like...
Yeah, I've got it. I pulled it out actually earlier.
They're kind of my go-to.
Pick it up. The lemon juicy
Yeah.
from Jungle Flavors. I have it, so I did try it today. It is in a mix. It is with it, and it actually has the right smell, and it is with the Capella lemon meringue pie. So we'll see how that ends up, where it lands at the end of the day. You know.
Cool.
But has it? You know, one of the flavors I haven't tried, and I did see a note in there that it was like a Lemoncillo, is the Capella Lemon Sicily.
Yeah.
That it was like a Lemoncillo, and that's what this is. So I ordered that. That's in my order. Can anybody tell me a little bit about that? Because I did order a 2-ounce, hoping that the person that said that was correct.
Let me look for my notes here. I think it's been a while since... Oh, I don't have any notes on that one.
I like that one. It's a smooth lemon, but it does fade a little bit.
Okay. I'm hoping, I have high hopes for it, that it's low, not sharp, but candy-like. You know what I mean?
Addie's got a good suggestion. Vape Train Lemon Meringue Tart.
I got that one as well.
That one's a freaking kick in the face with lemon.
Is it a kick in the face with lemon?
Yeah, but it's like it's not very bright though. Like it's a little bit more mellow.
I'll mix that one on solo tonight and see if I can still taste anything afterwards. Because the thing with lemons is that if they hit my taste buds a certain way, then I'm taste dead for a week until I bring it back, you know?
Yeah. So it's a slow going development.
Yes. For me, lemons is always a hassle. But I mean, I always want to be able to vape lemon because I do like lemon, you know? Just one of those really difficult things for me.
Natalie Haywood asks, what's a good replacement for rhubarb cuddle? She can never find that flavor in stock at Chef's. And honestly, Natalie, their rhubarb and the rhubarb cuddle, it's a unique rhubarb. So there really isn't a good replacement for that.
What would you say is the best rhubarb out there? Other than that? That does not taste like cucumbers or does not taste like celery.
I don't know, because for one thing, I'm not a huge rhubarb fan. Their regular rhubarb is good. If you want to, you can add probably a little bit of like vanilla custard to the regular rhubarb and get close to like the rhubarb cuddle, because that's all it is, like a creamy rhubarb, right? I haven't tried. Is it VSO that just came out with the rhubarb?
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't tried that one yet. What's that one like, Lumi?
I don't know. I haven't tried it, and I don't know what rhubarb is supposed to taste like.
Weird.
Rhubarb in real life, I really like. Like it's it's kind of like a.
It's got like a perfumey scent to it almost. Like there's like this one deodorant that I remember I used to get.
Look, when we talk flavors, we do not want to think about deodorant. Okay.
It smells exactly like that. It's one of those fancy secret ones that has like all the little sparkles all over it for like the teenagers.
I like Wonder Flavor's rhubarb, but To me, it tastes more like kind of a raspberry, like a sour raspberry.
Mm-hmm.
I've always
Real
heard
sour.
that that's what real rhubarb kind of sort of tastes like at the end of the day.
I'm waiting for Swag or Gizzard Stew to pop in here like, Lumi, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh yeah, Vape Train has a rhubarb. I don't know if I've ever tried. Let me see if I.
You know what? I'm gonna suggest that Noted does a rhubarb special.
Maybe you should, because yeah, I don't have notes for Vape Train rhubarb either. I don't even know if I have that flavor. Yeah, I mean, because there are a few rhubarb flavors now, so that might be a good suggestion.
It
Yeah, I
used
don't
to
have
be.
Vape Train
So.
rhubarb. What do you guys think of Wonder Flavor sweet and sour rhubarb?
Never
I haven't
tried
tried it. I think I haven't. Hey, well, I'll finish letting you guys answer that question.
That's the one I was talking about. I liked it.
Oh, okay.
I feel like this is going to be another shitty experience for me, and that there's going to be rhubarb coming up next week and the things that we have to mix, and I'm going to be over here like, I don't even know what rhubarb.
Oh no, please don't make us buy more rhubarb till Noted
no.
does an episode on rhubarb.
It's simple. No one pick a picture of rhubarb. That's it.
Let me ask you, Thai apple. Somebody
about
tell me Thai apple from Purelum. I think it is.
Thai apple is Wonder Flavors.
Yep.
Is it Wonder Flavors?
Yeah, it's good.
Is it appley?
It's very appley.
Is it a solo? Can I use that in an MTL?
Yeah, I think so. Like, it's got a fair amount of brightness to it.
Yeah, I was sniffing it the other day and I was like, this smells really good. Hold on. I think it was on sale somewhere and I ended up with a huge bottle of it. So I was like, okay, I need to see if I can make this in an MTL. I have a 2-ounce bottle of it. I hope that it works.
Why do you buy such big bottles of something?
It was on sale. It was on sale. I couldn't say no.
Amber K says she actually likes VSO's rhubarb. But to be honest, so far, anything VSO has made me, if you don't have that sensitivity, I know a couple people do. So weird. But VSO has never steered me wrong for anything except for apple. I don't really like his apple, but plenty of other people love his apple. And the only reason why I don't like his apple is because it's not a baked apple. I want a baked apple.
Yeah.
Add a liquid ember to it and see what it does.
I thought about it. I ended up making a lot of ciders, which was so good.
Why do that when there's Purellum country apple? You know, like.
Yeah, I've got that. I've got the country apple.
I think it's good to have like one flavor or a couple flavors by a company that you don't like. That way their people don't sit there and they're like, oh, you're just a fangirl. It's probably shit. Because I don't love everything that VSO puts out.
Yeah.
But I love most of it.
If you like their stuff, you like their stuff. I mean, people used to do that with like Flavora, because like I like a lot of Flavora. Like, oh, yeah. You just like them because they send you stuff. It's like, no, like if I like them, I like them. Like there's plenty of their flavor. Well, not plenty. There's a few flavors that they make I do not like.
Yeah, and people used to say that to me about Flavor Art, but they don't send me, when they do send me stuff, they send me little bottles. I wouldn't have a freaking 2 ounces of their stuff from Bull City if I didn't like it. You know what I mean? I'd buy those. So, I mean, and I have plenty of them.
Yeah, like VSO tomato, probably never touching that. It's probably a great tomato. Never fucking touching it.
Never touching it.
There's a couple of other ones that are coming out. Those are going in the trash. Sorry, VSO. Sorry.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Don't throw them in the trash. Send them to somebody.
Oh, no. You don't want them. You're going to have to double baggy them and hide them under, like, a mountain of dirt so you don't smell them.
Oh, God. What do we have that we haven't talked about, that we need to talk about? Anything that we can think of that we should talk about?
I can't think of anything.
We talked about Noted. Lumi, you got anything going on your shows and the shows you're on? Have you been on any other shows other than Fresh Show recently?
I'm always on my Twitch channel, and I could always use a little bit of company over there. I get very lonely talking to myself.
Aww.
But I play video games on Twitch all the time. Really like it if somebody needed some braids or stands that wanted to contact me, because I don't know the last time I worked on braids or stands. It's been so long.
Did you get your 510s?
Yes, I have.
Okay, good. Because
I don't know. I think that you're going to get pretty busy with the new regulations here in the States here shortly if stuff starts just disappearing. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I just make braids and stands.
Yeah, still. Those, I mean, the screwdrivers, the Barbie screwdrivers are, need PMTAs. They're a tobacco product.
Really?
Yeah.
So if the blue handle needs one, the clear handle needs one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Our screwdrivers, might disappear. Everything that's intended use. So the Barbie screwdrivers are gone. Can't have those anymore in a store.
No more Barbie screwdrivers.
No more Barbie screwdrivers. I wish my kids were small enough to have Barbies. I'd probably put screwdrivers and those little X thingies in their hands just so that we vape. We build. Take a picture of that shit.
Hand check.
Crazy.
Hand check. Which screwdriver do you have? The orange one, the white one, or the gray one?
All right, kids. Let's say we get on out of here, eh?
Sounds good. Hey, I do want to tell everybody. I don't know if anybody listens to the Rise and Vape show. It's on. Gosh, he hasn't sent it out. I'll put it in the Mix and Vixen show. He's got a podcast that he does on. Oh God, it's not on. It's that orange one. I can't even remember. But anyhow, I was on there last night helping people with mixing last night and just basic DIY stuff. So I'll put that on the Mix and Vixens page tomorrow so that people can listen to that podcast if they want to, or share it with new mixers, because it gives a lot of information as to where they can find stuff, how they can get into it. It talks about the states that can't get flavors or nicotine or any of that stuff anymore. We talked about a lot of stuff with that, because New York State can't receive nicotine anymore. They can't receive flavorings if it's coming from a flavor house that sells everything together. It's just gone crazy out there. So share the information with other vapors and that might be in that situation, and DIYers. Right now we're okay because everybody knows somebody in another state that can forward it, but shit, it's about to get real.
Is it SoundCloud?
SoundCloud, thank you. That's it. See? My brain is shit. I can't remember shit. I got a bad case of CRS.
Hey, I know what that means. Can't remember shit. I'm starting to feel like a little old lady because I'm playing MMOs with people now, and so I'm like getting to talk to people, and like I say the word dank. I'm like, oh, I make dank paintings. Oh, and they're like, oh my god, that's so like 5 years ago, and I'm just like, well, what the fuck do you say now? And they're got people trying to catch me up with the new lingo and the new like little code words, and I'm just like,
yeah, no, forget it.
I'm not even 30 yet, and I can't fucking decipher this crap.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not keeping up with it. My kids, I have 4 kids. I have 2 sets of that are 7 years apart. So I had to learn one lingo altogether. This new lingo that they've got going on now, I just can't. I'm not doing it twice. So now I gotta
give up.
I went back to the 80s, man. They're just gonna have to figure out what the hell I'm saying.
The new one that I keep hearing is PMA.
So
what is it?
The new one I keep hearing is PMA, positive mind and attitude.
Okay.
So people will be like, oh, so PMA. Oh, it's so PMA. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah. Is that like PMS in a different world?
I mean, I was a pretty positive mind and attitude person on PMS days. So.
Oh, not me. I'm killer.
Yeah, nah.
All right, guys. Yeah, we'll wrap it up now that I'm
All
done
right, guys.
stumbling all over myself.
We're heading on out of here. If you like what we do and you want to support us in a fun, tasty way, head on over to flavorjungles.com and check out our one-shots. If you want to support Kesa,
We have one shots over at. I have some one shots, and I have forgotten all about it. And I've had them there for a long ass time in Canada from Flavor Chasers. I think is her website.
Yeah, DIYflavorchasers.com.
Yeah, DIY Flavor Chaser. I have like 5 or 6 one shots out there that I didn't even remember till I got a little cutback last week, and I was like, oh shit, I've got one shots out there.
Yeah, so don't forget poor Jen. Go over to DIYflavorchasers.com and check out her one shots there as well. And let's thank our sponsors, Favor and Bull City. Thank you, Scott, for all the flavors, and Wayne at DIY or Die. Thank you so much for putting us on your podcast network. Everyone have a good night. We'll see you next week for judging.
Bye, guys.